Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel that is about science and about well-being and tips and tricks on what to be aware of in life and about humans, so that you yourself can make the proper adjustments in your life and thus progress in your life and develop. Today we're going to talk about 5 things that you yourself can do to reduce your negative emotions, or what science called neuroticism. I made a video about that previously, and you can go watch that if you haven't done that yet. But either way, I'm going to keep this as simple as possible so that you yourself can do some changes if you're in your life, if you so want to. Because the first step of making a change is actually acknowledging what you are and what you need to change so that you feel better in life. So let's get started with the 5 things. Number 1, walking. Walking has shown in recent studies and is starting to get widely known to decrease your negative emotions. It is due to 2 things. One thing is that when you're moving, you're pumping your blood through your body and thus getting serotonin to your brain and making you feel happy, and even dopamine when you move, depending on how much you move and in what intensity. But moreover, the thing about walking actually reduces your negative emotions in that regard as well. And I'll talk about that in another tip later on. But walking makes a huge difference, and it goes pretty quickly. It takes about approximately 20 minutes for you to feel that effect when you're walking. So you can either walk on a treadmill indoors, or you can walk outdoors in nature. And why did I bring that up? Well, even though you get a positive effect by lowering your negative emotions, your pain circuit in your brain by walking indoors, the efficiency of that is around about 21-22%. In contrast to walking in nature outside, that's 81-82%. So you can see that it's a huge difference to walk outside. And that has to do with the visual image of things coming towards you and feeding your brain with the motion. It's very important to understand that there's a difference between walking on a treadmill indoors in a gym or walking in nature, because we were born in nature, we were not born on a treadmill indoors. Number 2, another good thing about walking outside is the proven result of increasing your UV exposure will in fact lower your negative neurotic emotions. So by being in the sunlight every single day and soaking up the UV light, you actually decrease your negative emotions proportionally, which I showed in the other video last time about blood pressure. Thirdly, psychologists, both cognitive behavioral therapists and psychologists, do refer to starting with mindfulness and meditation. Through mindfulness and meditation, you get closer to understanding your mental and physical responses in the world. You get more aware of how you function, how you react to things, and that actually soothes your mind, which is very good for you. And you can do that with the help of certain breathing techniques. Fourthly, other scientists that study on chronological clocks, your internal clock, which is regulated by sunlight and being in light of day and then sleeping, that science shows that you should eat within 30 minutes of waking up. For example, if you have anxiety issues, you probably know by now that you get anxiety just after waking up. And the way you can remedy that is by actually going and eating breakfast pretty quickly when you wake up, and doing the same if you have a power nap in the afternoon. make sure you eat pretty quickly and don't lay about, because that would actually prolong your anxiety attacks. So try that out. Fifth, exaggerating an emotion. One easy trick that cognitive behavioral therapists use on their patients and teach their patients is that when you have an emotion, for example, if you feel stressed, and I've tried this on myself, especially on one occasion when I was going to an interview. Before the interview, just so that you understand how this works, I got very stressed. So I tried the technique. I started to emphasize the emotion that I was having, the stress response. So I told myself, and very loudly inside my head, not out loud to everyone else, but inside internally, that I was very, very stressed out, and screaming at myself, "Oh, wow, you're stressed out, Joachim. Wow, it's incredible how stressed out you are. Can you get even more stressed?" That in fact made me not stressed after 15 or 20 seconds. It just evaporated. Then it happened again during the interview. I got very, very stressed and my palms got very, very sweaty. Fortunately for me, the interviewers were stuck in a discussion during the interview. So at that time, I could actually do it over again. So I started screaming internally, like, "Wow, you're stressed out. Man, you're stressed out. Can you get even more stressed out?" And lo and behold, my hands dried up within 15 or 20 seconds and I felt calm again. So that is a simple technique that you can use to get over your emotions. And it works on panic attacks as well. Try to exaggerate your panic attacks. Well, I'm trying to keep this short, and I'll do one more with 5 more tips on neuroticism and how you can actually combat those negative emotions in the next one. So come along, let's skip to the next one. Cheers.